at the end of the month, from the 23rd to the 25th of July, there will be a Mega Congress that will take place in more than 50 countries around the world simultaneously, and it will end with a very special mega bonding event here in Israel. Now the question is, what's the difference between this kind of Mega Congress and congresses that occur physically in one place, how to correctly prepare ourselves for it and get the max out of it? Look, we see Toronto sitting there, Moscow, New York, singles watching us. We have lots of groups around the world. A congress to which you physically come to is worthwhile making, and we try to have one both in the States. We'll probably have one there, and also we'll probably have one, we're planning to have one here in Israel in November. How many people can all in all come to such a congress? It's a limited number, regardless of what you say. Even in Israel, where we're gathering up to 6,000 people, it's still, compared to the amount of people that are studying with us, that are with us, it's a very small part. A Mega Congress allows people to be together limitlessly, in unlimited numbers, around the clock, 24 times 3 days, 24 hours times 3 days, to be in mutual activities all over the world, participating in a way that allows all the groups, according to the order which we determine, to introduce themselves, to be in bestowal towards others. A person doesn't have to spend money and time, which is something that is not that simple in our times, fly someplace and settle. But wherever a person is, of course, it's preferable to connect with the local group and during these 3 days to be together as much as possible. And this is why we have it on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that actually people can just add it to their weekend, to their vacation days. On our program, we have many events, both local ones. On this Congress, we're dedicating a special day for every kli, for every group, for every place, to be on their own, to study together, have meetings, have yeshivat chaverim. I think, so I've heard, more than 100 people are flying out of here to different places, our representatives, to be with the different groups, to be together at this time with them. And those flying, they're staying for a few more days. They come a bit earlier, stay a bit later in order to help the groups bond a bit more, help with whatever possible. Meaning that this Congress is a kind of a form of congresses, a kind of a form of bonding that we'll probably have more and more of in the future, this form of a virtual connection. Bonding physically with the local group and bonding with all the rest of the groups through the media lines and the internet. I think that this is the best form, the most convenient one. And the truth is, it's the most realistic one. If we take into consideration that we have friends in Chile, in Argentina, all over Latin America, in Siberia, in Asia, in Australia, in Africa. Today it's very hard to come to some place and there to bond with everyone. We have to prepare ourselves in advance for everyone to know the words of the songs and intentions. In short, everything has to be ready in advance, clear, available for people. We also have to make sure maybe there are such groups or particular people that it's hard for them to even get in virtual contact with us. So we have to make sure that they connect between themselves so they'll know that I'm alone in my city, but in the next city, not far away, there are more people, so that I'll know about them. We have to encourage people to bond physically also, as much as possible. And where it is beyond the average ability, there, virtually. And let's hope that during these 3 days, at least most of the people will be together with us around the clock, day and night, because where it's day in one place, it could be night in another place, and we'll try to be this way. I truly expect for this bonding to cause an increase of our powers in the world and will eventually bring the world to a better state, because the only thing the world is lacking is mutual bestowal, mutual arvut. And then the Creator will be revealed, and all the abundance shall dwell in us. And thus these actions are the most useful ones, and there's a generous reward for anyone who participates.